This is the exact silhouette of the image in the mirror at the end of the cave scene. And it's Han Solo from a piece of art from Etsy. Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am going to make this kind of quick. We've been kind of going back and forth on Rey's parentage, and I don't like mysteries, which is why I'm still, grinding my wheels out on this, because I don't like mysteries. I like answers. Another reason why I hate Rian Johnson so much is that he could not give us a satisfactory answer on that. And as far as I'm concerned, the saga deserved an answer. The fans deserved an answer. And Rey herself deserved an answer. I'm not necessarily a Rey hater. I don't like the character, the way the character's been written, because it's not real. But I also don't hate the character because, it's not Daisy Ridley's fault. Not even the character's fault. It's Rian Johnson's fault. It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. So let's go ahead and talk about this. I've actually found Rey's mirror cave experience scene on YouTube. So I watched it. I'm going to leave you two. One is not a good recording of it. It's basically someone's iPhone looking at their computer. But you clearly see a tall man and a tiny woman approaching the mirror. The woman fades into the background. You can hear a boy call out her name, and you can hear a woman. But the person who actually approaches the mirror is a man. And if you can't see, I basically saw Harrison Ford's face in that silhouette. That is the haircut. That is Han Solo. And if you can sit here and argue with me all day long, but that is exactly who that was. And I find it fascinating that we were told that Han Solo was going to be in the movie. All right, there he is. There he is. There he is. Now, what does that mean? That means that likely that Rey's his daughter, and the small woman in a gown is likely Leia. And what's really funny is that Carbonite Chat basically has said the novel The Last Jedi bears it out. The way it's really interesting. Luke basically tells the caretakers of the island, she's my niece, when he's referring to Rey. Kyle Ron's attack on, Luke basically saying you always chose her over me. That's sibling envy and jealousy right there. All right, I've seen it before. Now, when I get my own copy of I'm getting a bootleg. When I get it, I'm going to take pictures myself. Probably have to do it at night. I'm probably gonna have to watch it and rewatch it and watch it again, so I can hear what other people were hearing. It's probably the only thing in The Last Jedi that I could actually give a shit about. But it's obvious that Rey had her answer if she hadn't been afraid. And it's such a ripoff of Luke's tree cave scene in The Empire Strikes Back. It's not even funny. You remember Vader comes out, attacks Luke. Luke beheads him. Vader's helmet cracks open, and you see Luke's face revealed. And that's the dark. It's basically a play on the dark side, playing with your fears. Because remember, Obi-Wan and Yoda both tell Anakin, the dark side will play. Paraphrase, the dark side will use your fear against you. All right, and that's exactly what we see being bore out in the mirror cave. So if Rey hadn't been so afraid, what would we have seen? Would we have seen Han and Leia? Likely. I am now convinced that that is Han and Leia. And maybe JJ will prove me wrong, but what I find fascinating is they're bringing back Billy D. Williams is in this. I don't think Kerry Russell's character will have anything to do with Rey. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, you know, she's too old. She's too young to be Rey's mother. Really, because, you know, I mean, but, you know, who knows? But, and with Carrie dead, sadly, you know, they have to do something. They have to do something. And like I said last night on Rebel Alliance, my hunch, and I haven't been told this by anybody, my hunch is that the big name that they're going to bring out for the movie, because they got to do something, and is Harrison Ford. I wasn't going to say it, but I think because of things I'd heard, little sort of word on the street is I think that he's probably coming back for episode 9. You know, probably in a flashback, maybe in a scene like the cave scene, maybe something like that. But I think he is. You know, and if he is, then I'm positive Rey is that daughter, all right? And it's basically going to really, you know, because I think they really are retconning it. I think Disney is planning on pretty much chucking their canon as it is right now because they're just not making any money on it. The books aren't selling. The comic books aren't selling. They're having a real hard time with PR in general because of the way Lucasfilm has been behaving. And I think JJ's thrown everything but the kitchen sink in. You know, now maybe Kerry Russell is playing Mara Jade, that Mara Jade, but I don't think she is. That doesn't mean, again, that she's, you know, Rey's mother. And again, the person that approached that mirror, the person that put his hand up to the mirror, is Han. It's not Luke. And the woman didn't approach the mirror. She sort of faded in the background, but you can hear her. I'm going to kind of slow it down. And another thing, just because Kerry Russell's playing somebody with an accent doesn't mean that she's Rey's mother. I mean, here's the deal. All right, guys, I want you to listen very closely. Accents are learned, not inherited. Repeat after me. Accents are learned, not inherited. All right? So her accent is nothing. I mean, it means nothing. And it could also just be a marketing ploy. So anyway, this is Steph. You know, it's obvious who the guy is, at least in the mirror. And I think the reason why he's on the other side of the mirror and the woman kind of is in the background but not there is because she hasn't crossed over yet, but he has. Do you understand what I'm saying now? The only thing that Ryan did well in this, and had he just friggin' revealed who it was, none of it, you know, I wouldn't be mad. And it would have made the movie better if I had known who her parents were. And then, if it's who I think they are, it would have given her a hell of a lot more reason to hate Kyle Ron. But hey, you know, you gotta cater to the idiots, right? Anyway, cater to the Reylos. But yeah, it looks to me like it's Han Solo. And the woman looks to me like it was Leia. The gown, how she moves, and the fact that she sort of just kind of shrinks into the background and doesn't go up to the window, the mirror, just tells me that whoever the mother is still was at the time still alive. Okay, so anyway, watch the mirror scene. I'll put both of the videos that I found on in a pinned note, in a pinned comment. Tell me what you think. It's about the only thing that's worthwhile, I think, in The Last Jedi. And it really would have been great if he'd have just followed through with it. This is Steph, signing out. See you on the galaxy.